Morning.
Good morning, Pius. We are getting closer to the World Cup. 14 days to the World Cup right now. 5 names have been dropped from Ghana Raw's list, leaving us with 25 men. On the 2nd of June, with 2 months we dropped, leaving us with 23 names. That would head to Russia and play the World Cup. But let's take a look at the guys that were dropped. Junior Lokosa of Kano Pillars, highest goal scorer at the Nigerian Premier League. I mean, his exit from the team was a huge disappointment, especially for him and also people who believe in him, especially for his club, Kano Pillars, that he has represented very well. 18 goals in 22 matches at the Nigerian Professional Premier League. You will say he's an outstanding player, Junior Lokosa, but he was dropped from that list. Dele Ajiboye also, the man who 4 years ago at the Under-17 World Cup, FIFA World Cup, played against Spain. He got to the finals with the Under-17 guys, played against Spain. We got to the penalty kicks, and this guy caught 3 penalties straight that made Nigeria Under-17 clinch that World Cup that time. He also is the goalkeeper for Plateau United that won the Premier League last season with an outstanding clean sheet in the Premier League. Also dropped from this list. I mean, it's really, really heartbreaking right now for some of the players we are seeing that are dropped. But let's also look at the man called Stephen Eze, who, yes, who came on with not so much of experience, but one man also who is getting everyone to think is Moses Simon. He's one leg in and one leg out. The reason is he has asked for permission to go to London to do an X-ray on his limb to see if he's fit. The coach has said, go ahead to London, do your X-ray, and come back with the result that he may have a chance to get back on the team. But the truth is, speculations are everywhere that he may not come back to the team. We have 25 men right now. Pius, if we look at the guys that make up our attacking squad, they are quality players. Let me give you a tip. We have Odion Igalo that plays in China. We have Ahmed Musa that plays at Leicester City. We have Victor Moses that plays at Chelsea. We have Alexi Wobi that plays at Arsenal. We have Kelechi Iheanacho, Leicester City. We have Joel Obi that plays at Portugal. And we have Simeon Nwankwo that plays for Crotone of Italy. These are crop of, first of all, the clubs they play for are very top clubs in Europe football, and these guys are good. They earn first team shirts in their clubs. Now you could think, who would gonna raw drop? Who would proceed? But come the 2nd of June, this Saturday, we will see 2 more players exit that team. Let's look at the goalkeeping section where we have Ikechukwu Ezenwa that plays for Eyimba. We have Daniel Akpeyi that plays for Chippa United of South Africa. We have Francis Uzoho that plays for Deportivo of Spain. Now, I don't know if this goalkeeping list is the final say, but in the World Cup tournament, we should have 3 goalkeepers. That is how it is. So we can say these guys are safe. But the midfield and the defenders, 2 would have to leave. Maybe the strikers team is safe, but the midfield and the defenders, 2 would have to leave because we have to go with 23 man. But let me just tell our viewers that a team like Switzerland and Serbia are yet to release their provisional squad, not to talk more of their 23-man squad. These are underdogs going to the World Cup. I mean, we don't know why they are yet to release their squad, but let's see what is going to be happening with them. Let's not also forget that a team like Argentina has named the squad, Croatia has named the squad. If you see the attacking prowess in the Croatian team, you know that Nigeria has a big one to face there with Croatia. It's really going to be a massive one. But let's take our viewers also around the guys that will be missing the World Cup. Alexis Sanchez of Arsenal, now of Chelsea, of Man U, is missing the World Cup. Italy, 4-time big winners at the World Cup, are not going to the World Cup. Sweden beat them off at the playoffs and they have missed out. Zlatan Ibrahimovic is not going to the World Cup. Now, Italy not going to the World Cup also means that Buffon, our very own Buffon, skipper, captain Buffon, won't be going to the World Cup also. Really, really heartbreaking. Look at a man like Gareth Bale. Wales is not going, so Gareth Bale is not going. Real Madrid's top striker, the man who scored 2 goals at the Champions League finals. He scored a bicycle kick goal and scored a shot outside the 18 box is not going to the World Cup, Gareth Bale. Really unfortunate there. Look at Netherlands, who finished third position in 2014 World Cup, are also not going to the World Cup. Really shocking there. Yes, a US men team, they're not really big at foreign football. It is actually their female teams that do well at the FIFA World Women Football, but US is not going to the World Cup. Laurent Koscielny of Arsenal is not going to the World Cup. And also looking at a man like Dimitri Payet is not going to the World Cup. Payet is the man who got through to the Europa finals, and I mean he's really painful. He's not making the World Cup. Karim Benzema of Real Madrid also is not going to the World Cup. Really shocking surprises here that we have. But the World Cup is in 14 days to come. We have a man like Chamberlain of Arsenal not going. We have Dani Alves, who has been ruled out also of the World Cup. But Spain is going, but Dani Alves was not picked in that team. I mean, you really think, then who is playing? Too many risks here at the World Cup.
Too many risks, Daniel. If I allow you, I know you have a whole lot of information to reel out to our viewers out there. But I want us to talk about the Super Eagles' visit to the president, some couple of hours ago, talking about yesterday evening. I want you to talk about that maybe in the next 1 minute so that our viewers will also know that there was actually a visit, by the Super Eagles team leaving for Russia to Mr. President yesterday. Okay,
yes. Now, our Dallas Super Eagles met with our president, Muhammadu Buhari, at the State House yesterday. And the same yesterday night, they left for London to prepare for their friendlies. But that visit, according to some of them, is some sort of inspiration for the World Cup. Now, let's not forget that there's so much goodwill when it comes to football. There's so much unity. There's so much togetherness when it comes to the World Cup. And we are anticipating that this would bring together everyone, irrespective of your religion, your culture, your political orientation. I mean, these guys went to see the president. They shook hands with him. They spoke with him. Throw represented 25 men, and I mean, there's so much optimism in these guys that yes, we would perform well. Don't forget also that we spoke earlier that the jerseys that are taken to the World Cup is an inspiration from the 96 and 94 teams that played at the World Cup. Also, a news broke this morning that a particular auditing firm, statistics firm, have named JJ Okocha as the man in the world with the highest World Cup dribbles. Wow. Highest World Cup dribbles. It took place in 94 when in a particular match he had 15 dribbles in that match. Before then it was in 1966 England that we saw a thing like that. But JJ Okocha has been named the man with the highest World Cup dribbles in the history of World Cup. Wow. Big one for him, big one for Nigeria. And they actually showed him in that jersey that reflects the jerseys that Super Eagles will wear come July 15. Let's just give our viewers a rundown of the matches quickly that we are having. The Super Eagles will be meeting with Croatia. Our first match is on the 16th with Croatia, 8 p.m. Nigerian time. Our next match is with Iceland. Iceland also, they're underdogs, but we should not underrate Iceland. Iceland will play in Nigeria, 4 p.m. Nigeria on the 22nd of June. And our last match is with the big boys, Argentina. 7 p.m. Nigeria on the 26th of June.
All right, the big boys, Argentina, we've beaten them before, and I'm not scared as far as I'm concerned, Daniel. It doesn't matter what their names are saying in the circle of football. Anything can happen. And we are coming from the African soil where nothing is impossible. We've done it before,
we've beaten them before.
We'll definitely do it again. Let's have a look at the video, and then we'll come back.
You are going to represent us in Russia. You must bear in mind that you are not just going for atonement. With each game, you must remember that you are carrying the passions, emotions, and feelings of over 180 million people. Play fair and clean, but demonstrate the gallant spirit which Nigerians are known for.
Your Excellency, our dream beyond enabling all these things is to create a self-sustaining football federation. And within the next 2 years, Your Excellency, I can assure you the Nigerian Football Federation will be running on its own without any funds from government. And that has been the dream of the Nigerian Football Federation.
That's going to give us even more extra motivation to go and do well. We want to do well. We want to make the country proud. we understand the Nigerians are all behind us, and we want to make Nigerians proud as well. Spirit is very high. You can see today the spirit is very high. Fantastic team. The coach is doing an amazing job. The players, we are all ready. We can't wait to go to Russia and start. We are all fully fit, and let's hope we can give a good performance.
You saw that there, so much anticipation. The spirit is high, and Kenneth Rowe, actually, someone who was not really welcomed when he was announced by NFF, right now has seen us through our 7th World Cup appearance. Yes, and this is where we wrap it up here. Thank you very much. Don't forget that we have World Cup Frenzy coming here on People's Television to keep you up to date with all of the World Cup stories and intrigues that would ensure for one whole month. Yes, thank you. Thank you, and see you again.